You're here with AndrewHogue.com on Soundwave Radio 2014. We do have Jeremy and Zoltan from Five Finger Death Punch. Welcome back to Australia, lads, and of course, welcome to Soundwave Festival.
Thank you.
How has it been going? I know you've just done Brisbane, now we're in Sydney. You know, you guys have done a lot of festivals over the years too in your career. Do you dig them or hate them? What do you like about festivals?
Love festivals. Outdoor, lots of people, hot, sweaty, lots of energy. It's great. I mean, even we played really early, but the crowd was here, raring to go. It was awesome. I love it.
What about you, Zoltan? What's your take?
This is the same opinion. You know, when you play a festival, you're exposed to people that may, wouldn't come to your show. And especially bands like us, who are, we have a lot of songs on the radio, right? And so people assume from those songs that they hear on the radio that we are, let's say a hard rock band. We kind of, some of the songs, but when you come to a festival that you got to play and people who assume what kind of band you were got to hear it, that it's actually a pretty heavy, energetic band, and I think if you have a headline show, those people come to see you, so they already know who you are.
Yeah. Now, we spoke a while ago when Volume 1 record came out, and obviously your origins are obviously European, but the Five Finger Death Punch sound and I guess a lot of ways is very American, and we talked a bit about how it's been for you adapting and changing, even though you're sort of the founder of the group. What is I mean, are there more things opening your mind about the sort of American culture and the state of it? I mean, would you prefer to be back in your native land than the USA?
Well, I left for a reason. It was it was a communist country I grew up in, and definitely not a place that that gave me the opportunities I wanted or I was looking for. And look, to me, the Statue of Liberty actually means something, because the way we grew up, because the oppression was actually a real thing, So America and the America idea and what it was founded on actually does mean something to me. It's something that I'm conscious of. And as for the musical world, I mean, you have to speak English in rock and roll. Rammstein is the only one that gets away with, what I mean, anything else, and that's about it. So it's just that's the right place, and I embraced America as my home. So that's how I feel about it.
He's lying. We're gonna make the whole next record in Hungarian.
Yeah. We're gonna speak Hungarian in the next one, and Finnish, because that's another rare language. So
it's time.
We're gonna mix the two.
People need to get rocked Hungarian style.
Well, let's talk with you, Jeremy. Of course, being American, loud and proud. Obviously, adapting to certain ideas that Zoltan has had growing up in his area over the years, and sort of putting it together musically. Was that sort of a challenge to figure out? I know everyone talks about the language of metal is a global thing, but understanding his view on the way he sees America now, on the fact that you've lived there, does that cross over?
No, I mean, we saw eye to eye right from the beginning, and we both were a fan of bands that had like harmony guitars, and he's kind of got a classical based style too, so I always dug that in Metallica. They did a lot in that Metallica, so it wasn't that foreign of a concept for me. And rhythmically, he does a lot of fast right hand picking, so I can match it with my feet. We got along right from the start. So yeah, it wasn't much of a challenge.
Now, I've talked to a lot of bands over the years about the sort of the state of the industry and the future, and I mean, it's changed so much. It's changing so damn quickly, just like the world of technology as well. Do you find that the attitudes of fans are changing too? I mean, the fact that there are a lot of bands today giving their music away for free, which in my opinion sort of devalues it from the start. It feels like there's been no sort of effort put into wanting to get a hold of it. It's just there, and if they don't like it, they just hit delete. I mean, what's your take on where do you think it's going? Where do you think, I mean, are fans just more hungry now than ever before, or more dedicated in just a different way?
You know what, we've had fans that were there even before we had a record deal. Like, we put some songs up on MySpace years ago, and we had a flood of people come on board, and they've been with us ever since. And we're real fortunate today to sell our records where people never buy records, they steal them. They're available to be stolen. So that's the reality these days. But we have a great fan base that always is excited to support us and go out and buy our records. So until they're not there, we're going to keep making records.
You know, two things about it. One of the issues that come out of downloading is that you can no longer just make a record with one or two good songs, because what's going to happen, they're going to download those two, and then that's that, right? So I think it's on a weird way it forces bands to be more coherent and write records, good records, an entire record, right? And the other thing is, not today buying a record is more of a pledge of loyalty. You know, it's kind of the thing where you wear your football team's jersey, right? That's your team. It's the same thing with the record sales. That the kids are not stupid. They're 100% aware of that. If they don't buy the record, if they download it, they're not supporting the band. They're completely aware of this. You know, that's a misconception that the kids don't know this. They know. And I think it's a pledge of alliance. They buy it like they would buy a shirt.
What's your take on crowdfunding? Because I know it works for some bands, but others, I think it's all in the approach, personally. But I mean, it's such a big question mark with a lot of bands, or a lot of people about their attitude towards it.
It's an alternative, you know. It's an alternative that some bands, for someone, it's a necessity, you know. And you know, it's a positive thing that you can do that. You know what I mean? It gives you another avenue, and you know, it's so skinny, so hard, so difficult today in the music industry that any way any band can progress, you know, they will take the initiative, and they will, and you know, good for them, because I think that's what changed. There was a dream before. Oh man, I have this demo, and if a label would hear it, they would believe me and give me $1 billion. I would be a big. That's not happening today. That's bullshit. You have to dig it out yourself. We self-promoted, self-produced, and recorded our first record. That record, that is a gold record today, was recorded. All the guitars in my underwear. Picture this: in my underwear, in my living room, playing all the guitars. So you can't say it's impossible. You know what I mean? That's how we did it. You just have to do it. And if crowdfunding is something that you can pull off, you should. You should.
Okay, well, thanks again for your time, lads. We're getting the wind up here. So we're going to get you guys to fight amongst yourselves one of your favourite Five Finger Death Punch tracks to conclude our chat here on Soundwave 2014 Radio on andrewhogue.com. Fight. I know you're going to take him down and he'll tap out.
What are you going to pick?
Our songs?
Yeah.
Wait Beneath My Sin.
Looks like he's chosen it, buddy. Looks like he's going to win.
I like that song. Let's rock it.
No worries. Thanks again, guys. Let's check out some Five Finger Death Punch now here on Soundwave Radio.